Andreas Schlichting has come all the way from Canada. Back home, he's an industrial designer, but he's always found working with ice absolutely fascinating.
It was right in my backyard, and we just pulled it out of the river or out of a lake, and it behaves so beautifully. Like, it just slides, and tools just glide along it. So it's a very interesting material to work with. The ice tools are extremely specialized. Nobody makes them. You almost have to make all your tools yourself. Sometimes you can modify wood chisels and just add extra handles, but for most of them you have to make very high carbide steel blades that stay razor sharp, like you could shave with this.
Chiseling the sculpture out of ice is not without its perils. First, the machines are put into action before the more delicate work begins. Meanwhile, other artists are putting finishing touches on their works. Dutch sculptor Marjolein Weder started working with ice 6 years ago.
The most difficult part is that the light reflects inside the sculpture as well, because the light hits the surface on the back and then it reflects to the inside, and you really have to play with that and also take care that you won't lose all the details by all the reflections that go everywhere.
Over 50 artists have gathered here, from Belgium, Portugal, Russia. They have one thing in common, depicting one of the city's most famous sons, André Rieu. Their sculptures also include the star violinist's Stradivari. But also present in the ice ensemble are the musicians comprising his Johann Strauss Orchestra. All sorts of motifs related to the famous violinist and conductor feature here. Even venues he performs in, such as Maastricht's Basilica of St. Servatius.
André Rieu was born here in Maastricht. This is where he got his inspiration from. It was all created in Maastricht. He sings regularly in this church, the Basilica of Maastricht. If you're going to have an ice sculpture festival, then it has to be about André Rieu.
André Rieu is echt een zoon van Maastricht. En als je in Maastricht dan staat, dan moet je gewoon André Rieu uit ijs bouwen.
2,500 kilos of snow, 300,000 kilos of ice, and a temperature of -8 degrees Celsius are what it takes to create the Maastricht Winter Wonderland. Marjolein isn't a big fan of Rieu's music, but she's had fun making her sculptures.
I work on the piece that's connected to the woman you're standing underneath. It's a man, and he's actually looking into the gap of her dress. He's a bit in shock. It's a very baroque theme, so he's having all these curls in his hair, and he's having a jacket with a lot of buttons.
It's a lot of detail for such short-lived work. Within a couple of weeks, the sculptures will be puddles of water.
I'm very used to the feeling that it will disappear, and it's kind of nice as well, because in a little time there's a lot of people visiting.
Rarely do we get to see it at the end. The day we're done, we walk away, we don't even get to see it lit, so you enjoy it while you do it.
As far as he's concerned, it's the ice that's the star, not the artists themselves.